Hello. I don't know why I'm using this camera for this video, but I never question the universe, okay? So, if you can learn to genuinely love, and I know it's not easy by any stretch, but if you can learn to love where you are right now, the loneliness, the boredom, the sadness, the pain, basically learning to love where the universe has you. Maybe right now you're in a tiny apartment and you can't stand it and you wish you were in a bigger apartment. The universe knows that and it wants that for you too. So never doubt that. But basically, if you can learn to love where you are and not run away from your feelings, then you're beginning to crack the code of the universe, which is that every moment in time is existing within you now. Every moment in time. The past, the present, every future potential is contained within you now. It's the quantum realm. So you're starting to understand that by feeling all of it, you're loving every past and every future unconditionally. You're not shunning them. You're not condemning them. You're not saying this is bad and the grass is greener over here on the other side. You're not saying any of that. And because you're able to love every emotion unconditionally, the universe will serve you in more ways than you can possibly imagine. Why? Because you're treating your power responsibly. You're not trying to get anywhere anymore. See, the ego is always looking for an escape route. The ego doesn't want to feel the feelings. Think of all the people in your life, whenever you try to get real with them, they don't want to have a conversation. They don't want to own up to anything. They never say sorry. That's because they're in denial or they're in avoidance of their own feelings. People like that don't know that the entire universe is contained within you. They don't know that. So they're always going to transfer the files of unhappiness into another now moment, which is to say another future moment. Now that future is not going to manifest the same way, but it's still going to have that charge of unhappiness. An example is if you're always complaining about being single, then that energy is bleeding because you think the grass is greener on the other side. You think you're going to be happier when you're married. So you're not being present with that feeling. You're not understanding the assignment that you need to stop complaining and appreciate where the universe has you right now. So the way that it would manifest in the future is once you get married, you would complain about your husband not doing the dishes. Okay, that's just an example. Or you would have a lot of problems in your relationship because you're having problems now. The now is all there is. We think that there's a better future. There can be, but you have to get conscious and aware now. See, the future version of you, if you apply this now, is so much more expanded than you. It's like a giant. And it's working with you now to kind of rip through your body. Think Incredible Hulk. Brah! It's trying to stretch you now. It's trying to get you to look at where you still complain so that that energy doesn't bleed into a future moment. This is why you're in that tiny apartment. This is why you're at that job that you don't like. This is why you're in that toxic relationship. So that you can stop making your partner the villain. So that you can stop complaining at the job. Because that's infecting the workspace. You got to have an attitude of gratitude in life. You've got to understand that you're there for a reason. And when you stop shying away from your feelings, you start to gain more access to the future. Now you can predict your future. You can even create your future because you're not running away from anything anymore. When you run away from your feelings, all you're going to do, I'm telling you, is you're going to transfer your unhappiness, your misery, your pain into another future moment because you're still believing that there is a future moment. Okay? There is a different physical future, but everything is energy. So if you don't rectify what you need to rectify now, if you don't tie up these loose ends, all of those issues are going to transfer into a future moment. So learn to love where you are. When you love every feeling, the pain, the sadness, the grief, you're preparing yourself for your future, a future that won't have that because you're taking care of it now. You see? But if you're always unhappy, oh, I hate this apartment. Yeah, you might move and you might get a hit of serotonin or whatever while you're moving. Yeah, I'm so excited, I'm moving. And a year later, you're going to be like, I'm unhappy again. That's because you keep trying to outrun yourself. And the universe has a tracking device on you. It knows what's up. It knows what's up. So stop trying to run away from yourself. Feel it all. That's how you become the master. You're not afraid of fear anymore. You're not afraid of loneliness anymore. You're not afraid of grief anymore. You're here for it. And because you're here for it, it's here for you. There's reciprocity in the universe. Okay, so when you fulfill the assignment that the universe is giving you right now, the universe knows that it can assign you to a higher role in this universe. It knows that it can entrust you with more responsibility because you're not trying to escape yourself. So remember, the now is all there is. The future version of you is what's creating the pain in a way, because it's trying to stretch you so that you can expand and become that future version of you. But if all you do is complain or vent all the time, then you're not understanding the assignment coming from the future, coming from the past. It's coming from everywhere, because the now is all there is. How you treat the now is how your future is going to treat you. Okay? How you treat the now is how you're going to rewrite your past. Is how you're going to heal all that trauma from the past. It's all contained here and now. I love you guys.